Hello, fellow average human beings. This is Average Jen coming at you from my room. I have no idea what to expect from today's podcast because I don't really remember. So it's going to be a surprise for all of us. Let me bring that up and we'll get to it. Mhm. There we are. Share. Where are we? Feeling like a monster. All right. Um, there we go.
Hey everyone, I'm just sharing from the heart today because I've been feeling like a monster lately and it's really getting on my nerves. I feel angry a lot, I feel lonely, and I feel empty right now. And I want to find out what's going on in my head instead of taking it out on other people or lashing out at others. And I don't want to withdraw and I don't want to get in my own head and go on one of my downward spirals. I'm going to analyze this. So, here are some facts that are going on right now in my life, and that might help me figure out why my mood has shifted. First, it's the change of a season from summer to fall, which I don't mind the change, but I don't like having to wear heavy coats. I just feel constricted and irritable having to wear all these extra layers of clothes and then having to find somewhere to put all these extra layers of clothes when I get to my job or when I get back home or even trying to fit in the car or do regular things because these big bulky jackets and gloves and hats they get in my way and it makes me cranky. But if I don't wear these things, I'm going to freeze. And it snowed yesterday, ice and snow. Not a lot, but enough to say, hey, winter is around the corner. I'm just not comfortable. It's just very uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable is one thing that makes me cranky. Things are also different at work right now. We're in the process of moving our location from one place to another. Change is always unsettling, and I don't think it would be so bad, but I feel like I'm homeless when I go to work now. The environment is different, it's loud, it's unorganized, and it's just chaotic. I'm hoping things get better by the time everything else gets moved and by the time all the rest of the employees are moved to the new location. My department was the very first one to move. Not everything is up and running yet, and there's some frustration there because jobs are getting behind schedule because the equipment needed to run those jobs are not operational at the moment. I really don't know what I'm doing day to day, and that's really hard for me. I like to know where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's not happening right now. Whereas before, I would come into work and go to the place or the machine that I normally run, and that hasn't happened in a while. I've been all over the place in different departments, helping out different people and getting pulled from one job right in the middle of doing something to go to something else. And it's really hard on my mind. It takes focus to do any particular job. There's a mental shift that happens. And if anyone is employed, they understand this. You're busy doing one thing. Your mind is focused on this one thing, this one task, and everything that goes with this one task. And then all of a sudden, your boss comes up to you and says, stop. I need you to go over here and do this. So it's like putting on the emergency brake and then trying to push on the gas pedal immediately right away, and nothing happens. It doesn't work out very well. The amount of mental energy it takes just to shift my mind from one task to the other is enormous, and I get pulled 3 to 4 different times throughout a shift, and it's like a rotating thing. I'm here, then I'm there, then I'm at the next place, and then I'm at another place, and now I'm back to the first place again. I think the whole reason I'm angry is there's no stability, and I'm tired. I just feel like I'm all alone on an island. So, as I'm digging deeper into these thoughts of why I'm feeling angry and I'm just irritated with everybody, I think the underlying issue is that my world is chaotic right now. The people that are in leadership positions at my job are just as clueless with this move and all these unexpected things that are now popping up. It's chaos on top of chaos and clueless people leading people that want answers. I know the key to not feeling angry is acceptance over the situation that's happening because we are all in it together as far as the workplace goes. Team morale is way down. overtime mandatory till further notice. And then there's rumor of change in our schedule, which would change our work hours dramatically. And that's looming over our heads as well once this move is complete. It is a lot of change in a short amount of time. And I know that we're having a meeting today, a company meeting, to discuss things that are happening. And I don't expect any big bombshells to be dropped. At least I hope there's no big bombshells dropped. I mean, right now everyone's freaking out about this mandatory 30-minute lunch thing, which I already work a 10-hour day. And so if they change our lunch to mandatory 30-minute break, that pushes first shift schedule back. And then that means that pushes my schedule back. So instead of working 12, wait, what do I work now? Instead of working 2:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m., I'd probably be working 3 p.m. till 1:30 a.m., which may not sound like a big deal, but if you're used to a certain routine, it is a big deal. And I don't think it's right that a company can just drop this kind of bombshell and say, "Well, you're working 10 hours. Well, now we're going to change your whole life once more so you can get a 30-minute break." Which I understand. I would love to have a 30-minute break, but I don't want to be there 10 and a half hours. I don't even want to be there for 10 hours. It's really exhausting. All right, let me move on instead of going down that rabbit hole. I'm really trying to remain a positive person, but when everyone around me is negative, it just sucks any life from me whatsoever. And that's what I feel. I feel like I'm being siphoned. My energy is being siphoned by all these negative entities around me. And I also feel like I'm running out of time for something, but I don't know what I'm running out of time to accomplish. Maybe I just need to take a solo vacation for a few days, but that does not help with my loneliness. I need to remind myself that I am loved. I know that people love me. I know that people care about me. I'm not alone in this world, but I still feel empty, and that makes me really sad. Just because I talk about just because I talk about all these things does not mean that human behaviors do not affect me because they obviously do. I'm a human. I've heard what I'm experiencing described as stinking thinking, stupid thoughts, or intrusive thoughts. It's sort of funny how I know what my brain is telling me isn't real, but I'm still experiencing the feelings as though these things are real. And I wasn't really planning on talking about this or doing a podcast when I woke up today, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Maybe it'll help me reground myself. So, surprise. I do go back and I do listen to my own podcast as a way to remind myself that I'm the one that said these things. It's like a gentle reminder. I just want to come back to earth right now. I'm in limbo and I'm not sure why. I think that there's just way too much change coming at me at one time. It's the season, it's the job, it's my coworkers, it's spending time with my kids, it's trying to juggle doing the things I want to do, which I haven't done the things I want to do because I haven't budgeted my time very well to get those things done. I can't expect things to happen if I don't do my part in that process. My part is finding out when things I want to do are happening and make a plan to be a part of those things. I've got all this stuff going through my mind, and maybe I just needed to release some of the negative feelings, which this podcast is really good for helping me with. It seems like everyone and their brother has their own podcast. Mine is nothing special, but the people who hear it or come to find it, I suppose, are the people that are meant to come find it. I'm trying to make decisions regarding my future, but right now everything is in chaos. So I'm wondering, do I make a decision during the chaos or do I wait a few months for the chaos to subside before I make any big decisions? My training tells me that I need to wait it out because my feelings I'm feeling are not going to last forever. My feelings are a temporary thing, which most feelings are. They are a temporary thing, and I tend to make permanent decisions at a time when permanent decisions should not be made, and then those decisions cannot be undone. So I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to see what happens. It's just so exhausting. I'm exhausted. And I'm sorry I feel like I'm whining here. I really do. I feel like I'm whining, and I apologize for that. So, with that, I'll let you all get on with your day. In closing, I would like to say that the opinions expressed here were strictly of my own making, or by my guests. Take what you like and leave the rest. You may come to realize that you may not like me or what I want to share. Let's talk to each other, reason things out, but let there be no gossip or criticism of one another. Instead, let the fellowship of ethical human behavior and the serenity from positive human interaction help you grow and chill out, one experience at a time. I would like to thank my higher power for guiding me through this podcast. I hope to spread the message of love, hope, and understanding by touching one life at a time. If you like this podcast, please like and share it. Comments also help other struggling people find it. I am now listener supported, and if you would like to contribute, please feel free. There is no obligation. If you would like to share feedback, you can email me at averagehumanbeing1875@gmail.com. There is also a link you can click if you'd like to send a voice message and add to the content of the show.
Okay. Mhm. There we go. All right, let me see. What notes did I write down? What triggered? Oh yeah, season changes. So right now spring is progressing into summer. Pretty cool. Don't need all that extra bulky clothing except when it decides it still wants to be winter on occasion yet. Update on the employment thing. It's starting to get better. I mean, at least 80% of the move is complete at this point. What else? I still get pulled in several directions at one time when I'm at work. We're still on mandatory overtime, but it's reduced to 6 hours every other week rather than 8 hours every Friday. Let's see, the 30-minute break. We do have the 30-minute break, but it's built into our current day. So the work shift did not extend at all. It remained the same. So we get one 30-minute break and one 10-minute break, which the 10-minute break is nothing at all. It's really hard to eat in 10 minutes. At least it is for me. Okay, what is next? I still feel disconnected from other humans, like I'm in my own bubble. And I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll see what happens with that. And let's see, what else? My feelings didn't last forever. Work has gotten better, so I've stopped thinking about quitting that job, which is the big decision that I was mulling over in my head at the time, just because I was so frustrated with life and everything else that was going on. And I had time to think about it, and I really don't want to uproot my whole life because of I was unhappy. I've done my part to help make changes at the workplace, and things are improving. So with that, I'm going to shut up and let you get on with your day. Join me again next time, where who knows what I'll talk about because I didn't look at it in advance. Bye-bye.